So I am recording now, and just for the people who are watching this on YouTube, um, all of the information is on the D2L. So my name is Mark. Classes are online, and we are doing the Ramadan schedule for 2-3 weeks. And then after Eid, we go into regular time. Okay, sorry. I'm very excited for Eid. I hope we can, lockdown's over or we can travel or something. I haven't left this country in almost 2 years, which is fine. I love it here, but it'd be nice to take a break even, or even have movie theaters open or something. So hopefully for Eid or after Eid, inshallah, we can, I hope, be back to normal. I know from my experience, I know last year after Ramadan, cases went up a little bit because of Ramadan, families get together, but I hopefully we go back to normal. So, or at least I just want the movies to be open. That's all I need. But anyways, so all I'm going to do today is run over the content. I'm going to show you my course information sheet and just tell you what Unit 1 is about, and then we're finished. Let me just go back to home for a second. For my chemistry students who've had me before, or for my new students who've never had me before, course home is where the news will be. So like class updates, test updates, things like that. Content is where everything else is. You don't need a book for this course. Everything is in content. Now you'll notice that in content, there's not a lot here. And the only reason is because I got this course on Thursday afternoon and I did nothing this weekend. I totally relaxed. So tonight or tomorrow morning, you will see this grow because I have the whole course completed. Everything's ready, worksheets, sample tests, everything. So you'll see more here tomorrow. I promise. It's all done. I just have to actually upload it. So all I want to do today is talk about the course information and just tell you what Unit 1 is. Halas. So course information. This is a little different than how I do chemistry. This is it was an HTML file. Not that that means anything, but it's not a PDF. It's a document where I might change a few things like my office hours. But as of now, my office hours are looking good. So my name, you know my name by now, I hope. It's Mark. My email's here. Everything you need is on D2L. Everything. Notes, sample, tests, everything. The problem with this is, or it's not a problem, but the interesting thing about intercession is normally you would have me 1 hour per day. Now you have me for 2. So you get to hear my voice for 2 hours a day. Not really. Typically the class will be an hour to an hour and a half. If you need to take a break, don't worry. Not a big deal. This is all going to be on YouTube. The evaluation, I like this evaluation because first of all, your final exam is only worth, I say only, it's a lot better than chemistry. It's only worth 40%, so it's not as crazy. The tests, you will have 2 tests, okay, worth 20% each. We can't have more than 2 because intercession is like 6 or 7 weeks. We don't have time to have a test every week because, as my chem people know, the tests are on campus and the final exam is on campus. Ooh, that's messy writing. Sorry. This can change. If COVID goes crazy and they shut down schools, everything will be moved online. I've done it before, not a big deal. Your assignments There's 4 of them, maybe 5, but I think there's only 4. There's definitely 4. We could talk about a 5th at the end if you guys wanted one, but it's typically 4, 20%. These are online and they're 5% each. So that's for, again, my chemistry people, that's way more than a lab. Your assignments you don't want to ignore. 5% is a lot. And between us, you guys know, if you're late for an assignment or something, we can work it out. I'm very easygoing. If something happens, you're not feeling well. I know Ramadan is tough for work because you're fasting, you're tired. If you miss an assignment, we can figure it out. But warning, if you miss a test, or please don't miss the final, but if you miss a test, you do need a medical note, and you might not be able to take a retest because of COVID. And I'm working from home and you can't come to my house. So try to not miss a test. But if something happens and you can't come to a test, get a medical note. Okay. On the other hand, if you have symptoms of COVID and you don't feel comfortable coming in, we can talk about that. I wouldn't make you, have to get a medical note if you were worried. Maybe you woke up with a cough or something. Don't come to school. Stay home. But I'm pretty easygoing. I just to be safe, if something happens for a test or your final, you should probably get a medical note. But again, COVID, everything's different. Ooh, I got a good question in the chat there. The question in the chat says, and nice to see you again. I think I've had you before. Are we going to have any tests in Ramadan? I'm sorry, I'm thinking about that because I would like to not have a test in Ramadan because, it's tough. But then we have Eid. Your first test might be in Ramadan. I have to be honest, and I'm very sorry to say that. I cannot confirm, but it might be in Ramadan because after Ramadan there's Eid, and then it's almost June, and we can't have 2 tests in June. That would be way too crazy. So yeah, you might have 1 in Ramadan. I apologize, but I'll go easy on you. Don't worry. This is a nice course, easy course, easier than chemistry. But yeah, there might be a test towards the end of Ramadan, which is not ideal. But last semester, every student had to do all of their final exams in Ramadan. That was tough. A lot of tired students. Okay. Anytime you guys have questions, you can interrupt me with your microphone or you can type. Important dates, May 19th. If something goes crazy and you're not doing well in this course and you need to drop, make sure you drop before May 19th, because what that means is it won't go on your permanent record. Like it won't go on what we call a transcript, which is like a report card. We are done June 16th, and you will never, some of you guys might never have me again. It'll be like, I know some of you had me for 2 or 3. This will be your 3rd course. You won't have me anymore after June 16th. The Math Help Center. I'm almost done for today, by the way. I have to run into work to pick up an exam, so I have to leave soon. But this will change. So if you, and I don't even know if this link works. It might not even work for you. Oh, it did work. No, this might not work for you because you'll notice it's linked to another course. This has to be updated because I haven't received the new schedule yet. The schedule will change for intersessions. So don't click on this yet. Give this a couple days, the end of the week. I'll have a new link. I just don't know the new schedule. Nobody does. Your course schedule, it'll be on D2L. It's on the home page. It's on your PeopleSoft. Just be careful because check for Ramadan times. We'll go back to regular times after Ramadan. Speaking of Ramadan times, I didn't want to type a lot. You guys know sometimes I take a lazy approach. I didn't want to have too much written in my course outline. These times are regular hours. So what this means is during Ramadan, 11:30, I got the schedule here. This means during Ramadan, the hours will be 12:30 to 2 p.m. After Ramadan, it will be this. So that's my Zoom link there. A couple students last semester went to visit me in the office hours and we had meetings. Oh, sorry, let me keep that there. What was it? 12:30 to 2, only for Ramadan. If for some reason I'm not in my office, there's two reasons. So I'm doing something and I didn't open the link. That's an accident. I should have the link open, or they timed out. So what happens is if on Zoom I don't type anything or move my mouse, it kicks me out. If for some reason I'm not here, email me and I'll be there within a minute. I'm not leaving my house. I don't go anywhere. I go to Monoprix or Carrefour and here. So if I'm not in my office hour for some reason, just say, hey, where are you? And I'll be there in a minute, but I should be there. I'm not going to read much else. Classroom policies. This is all on D2L. Class videos will be put on YouTube. I don't care if you're on time or if you leave early. I really don't, as long as you show up. And it's good to attend as many classes as possible, but just remember everything is on YouTube or will be on YouTube. Plagiarism, don't copy. That's never an issue. I do have to take attendance. So what I do is I look at the people who've logged into Zoom. I don't check the time. I don't care when, but I just look at the list. So it's really important when you log into Zoom, use a name. Don't have it like I love math or iPhone or Android. Like make it your first name. Last name can help too, because sometimes I'll have like a few Abdullahs or Mohammeds or something. But put your name in, please. Medical notes, you guys know the deal. Bring your medical note to the registrar's office within a few days. D2L is how I'm going to tell you everything. If something is crazy important, I will email you. That's it. There's guidelines here for missing assignments. Don't worry. If you miss an assignment, we'll work it out. I'm pretty easygoing. My chemistry class knows, anybody I've had for SD, I don't think that's any of you, but assignments, we can work it out if something happens. The last thing, 2 minutes and I'm done, is the important note. I'm here for you. Math is all about practice, practice, practice. In chemistry, there was a lot of me talking, meaning like defining, explaining. Math is different. There's examples and practice. So I'm going to give you guys practice problems, and like at any time, if there's something you just don't get and I'm moving on in class, come to the office hour, send me an email. I can meet you at night, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't care. I like I said, I don't leave. I'm trapped. So if you have any questions, let me know. I can help. Like in my chemistry class last year, I did a lot of tutorials with the whole class, I did a few. But for math, I'd like for you guys to come see me one-on-one maybe. Last part, Unit 1, we're going to start tomorrow. You can see there's so much stuff here. There are solutions. These solutions I will share a little bit later. I don't want to give the answers yet, but I'd like to share them a little bit later. But and this assignment one, this is an old assignment. I'm going to give you a new one. So this stuff here, I will put up a little later. But what you guys probably see is a little bit less than this. You guys probably just see this, or maybe this. But these are the notes. This is some stuff you should look at. Prior knowledge, meaning this is something you should know a little bit before this. And then there's some handouts. We'll talk about this later. The only thing I want to share with you today or mention to you is what we're going to do is we're going to go through together the lecture notes. Okay, that, like in my chemistry class, we would go through PowerPoints. Here we're doing lecture notes. And they're done as, once it loads, a PDF, a printable document. I highly recommend printing these if you have access to a printer, but we're just going to go through this together. So the first thing we do, again, for my chem students, is the metric system. We've already done this in chemistry, right? If you've never done chemistry, it doesn't matter. I'm going to explain to you the metric and SI system. I see a message in the chat. I'll get to that in 1 second. After the metric system, we'll do unit conversions. So chemistry again. And then we'll get into some pharmacy problems. So this is like chemistry and math with a pharmacy twist. Milligrams is what you would use for medication delivery, for example. So pretty cool course, mixture of chemistry, mixture of math. I think it's going to be fun. Let me just check the chat. I have a message from, what's this? From Lola. I think I can only see your student number. It's a private message. All of the classes will be on YouTube. I just had that question. YouTube, everything. I'll try to keep it up, by the next day, everything will be up there. So that's it. I have one, well, I'm going to hit stop record. We are going to start this tomorrow. This is really important for pharmacy students. You need to be able to convert units because you're going to be dealing with medications in grams, milligrams, centigrams, milliliters, liters. So you really need quarts, like you might be dealing with an American system where you have a quart or, something like that. But I'm going to hit stop record and I have one question for you.